someone told me, Danielle, that you can't do something, I was hell bent on showing them I could.
Absolutely. And as you got older and kind of started hearing some of the messaging from the Democrats, like, because you're Black, you're a victim, because you're a woman, you're a victim, things like that. As you mentioned, you didn't see yourself as handicapped in any way. So once you started hearing this, how did that make you feel, since that was so contrary to how you felt about yourself?
Well, Danielle, I don't think the messages coming from the Democrats were all about victimization during that era. I mean, I learned later that my state, Virginia, they led the massive resistance against integration. I started school in segregated schools, but the messaging that I heard at that time, there was optimism in the air because we passed the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Voting Rights Act, the Open Housing Act. And so I came of age during an era when all we wanted was equal opportunity. All I wanted was to prove myself. Just let me at them. And that was what I was given by American society. So I was not made to feel like a victim. And I had mentors and people that took an interest in me, and many of them were white. And I had white male mentors at time who were conservatives. They were Republicans. And no one ever treated me as if I was handicapped. And so I thrived. I did not get those victimization messages that we send children today. And I had role models, but I never thought that I had to have a role model that looked like me. I never saw myself as handicapped. I believed I could do anything. And so getting early tenure at Princeton, I set that as a goal. I reached my goal. And so I was very goal oriented. And what I see today is crippling messages coming from the Democratic Party. They're taking us backwards because they have changed equal opportunity into the pursuit of equity. Equity means equal outcomes. And what they're doing is lowering standards. They're saying that advanced placement courses are racist. And so you have to get rid of them because we all have to be equal. And it's not equal if some children can get into advanced placement courses and others can't. They're also saying that math is racist because students struggle with math, especially minority students. I struggled with math, and guess what I did? I took remedial classes at the community college. And so I was able to learn enough math to be able to take the stats and things that I needed to get my degrees. But I took remedial math, and it was very hard because my personality is not one that I want to sit down and work through math problems. But when I put forth the effort, it yielded results. Absolutely. And so the messaging that I received through the equal opportunity was that I had to work very hard, but that I would not be discriminated against.